Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my review of the new film Justice League. This, of course, is the highly anticipated film from Warner Brothers and DC Comics. This is the film that, if you're looking for superheroes, look no further than this movie. You got Batman, Aquaman, The Flash, Cyborg, and last but certainly not least, Wonder Woman. And what a year for Wonder Woman it has been. Wonder Woman came out earlier this year as a standalone movie, made over $400 million. Early estimates have this movie making $300 million opening weekend. We'll see. Now, what I can tell you about this film is that it takes place after Batman vs. Superman, not necessarily after Wonder Woman, because that was an origin story, so that takes place before both of them. But in this film, the world is mourning and dealing with the fact that Superman is dead. And nobody seems to be mourning that more so than Bruce Wayne. He's obsessed with guilt, and he's having a hard time dealing with it. But he doesn't have an opportunity to really process it because before you know it, there's a new threat on the horizon. Something is coming that is going to absolutely threaten and challenge the world and humanity as we know it, and he needs to deal with it. Batman is going to need help. He's going to need help in the form of Jason Momoa's Aquaman, Ray Fisher's Cyborg, Ezra Miller's The Flash, and last but not least, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Now, I can tell you that this is a pretty solid cast. Now, I was pretty impressed with Ezra Miller. I mean, he's a fantastic actor. I've loved him in Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I think he's very strong in his roles. But he blended into this role so smoothly. Respectfully, I'm not a huge fan of Jason Momoa, but I think he did a good job in this movie as well. Ray Fisher, who I understand is a stage actor, solid job as Cyborg, and I can't say enough great things about Gal Gadot. She absolutely lights up the screen. It is no surprise to me that she has taken Wonder Woman to new heights, and anytime she was on the screen in this film, I felt like I had that Wonder Woman lasso around me. I was just like, okay, I gotta tell you, you're amazing. You're one of the best parts of this film. I can't wait for Wonder Woman 2. Like, she just has that effect on you. There's a lot of criticism about Ben Affleck playing Batman. And listen, I'm not necessarily saying he's my favorite Batman, but I don't necessarily have a problem with it the way that a lot of other people do. My only criticism with DC were two things. Number one, can't Christopher Nolan direct all of the films? And number two, DC didn't really seem to have a plan. What I can say is, without giving anything away, when this film is over, stay through the credits. You will not be disappointed. Stay till the end. This is a decent film. For a superhero movie, I was impressed with it. I think they did a good job with it. The cast and the dynamic there blended in well. It was very difficult not to think of the first Avengers movie as I was watching this. There are mild similarities, but there are also major differences. I'll applaud DC for not having us go through several standalone movies before we got to the collaborative piece. I thought this movie was well timed, and I think it definitely sets up for more things going forward in the DC universe. I definitely recommend checking this out. It's a fun film. There's going to be a lot of comparison to Wonder Woman. I don't think it's as good, but I put Wonder Woman up on a shelf with other movies like The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Whereas this film was very entertaining. It's just maybe not as powerful as those other ones. But definitely check it out, and I give it a B. If you have the chance to see Justice League, by all means, let me know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.